paid ad specialist, SEO specialist, social media marketer, digital marketer. It is on LinkedIn. It is literally insane. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Amy here with another video. This is a little bit of a different video this time around. Typically I do vlog style videos. In this particular video, it is going to be more of an educational talk where we talk about how to actually land a job in digital marketing, particularly in the paid ad space. As you guys know, I am a full stack digital marketer, meaning I have experience in all areas of digital marketing, including paid ads, SEO, organic marketing, content marketing, but my niche is paid ads. I love doing paid ads. It's where most of my passion lies. It's what I've been doing the longest, but I do have experience in these other areas. But I am going to be talking more of a paid ads from a paid ads perspective. But paid ads, again, is a part of digital marketing. So these tips and tricks that I give you about how to land a job in digital marketing or start your career in digital marketing applies to any area of digital marketing that you're going into, whether that's paid ads, SEO, content marketing, email marketing, whatever. I do have my laptop here with me, and I will be looking down a lot because I took notes on what I thought, I should point out for you guys in regards to landing a job in digital marketing. So yeah, let's dive straight into it. I'm also going to be giving you guys an example of a resume. So I'll be showing you guys one of my older resumes. It was like my mid-career resume. So I'll show you guys how that resume looks. I will obviously block out the companies that I worked for, but you will see exactly how your resume should look, an example of a resume. And then I'll also be sharing with you guys a example of a digital marketing portfolio, how that will look if a company or a job asks you about a portfolio. Now, I will say a lot of companies actually don't ask you for a digital marketing portfolio, especially if you're in paid ads, but I do have one, and I will show you guys an example of one. It won't be mine, but I'll show you an example of one. All right, so let's go straight into it. So the first thing that you need to do when you're going into digital marketing, especially paid ads, you have to educate yourself. And when I say educate yourself, this does not mean that you have to have a degree. In fact, if you were deciding that you wanted to go the college route, for me, now where I am at in my career, I would say you don't have to. There's easier routes. There's other routes. However, if you're already in college and you're already getting a marketing degree, it definitely will help. It won't hurt you. So if you're already in college, go ahead and finish your degree. If you're not in college, but you're thinking about going into college, there's things that you can do to educate yourself without having to go to school. Now, I do have a 4-year university degree in marketing. I'm happy that I did it because I got the true college experience. It was great. However, again, if I were to do it all over again, then I would have went a different route. So when I say educate yourself, one of the things that you need to do is you need to learn the basics of, and again, I'm speaking from paid ads perspective. You need to learn the basics of paid advertising, such as Google ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, TikTok ads, whatever it is. You need to learn the basics of these platforms. Now, if you're going to go into paid ads, I would recommend that you start with learning. If you're going to go into social media paid ads, I would recommend that you start with Facebook ads. The reason why is because if you know how to run Facebook ads, then and only then will you learn how to run LinkedIn ads, Twitter ads, TikTok ads. If you learn how to run Meta or Facebook ads, if you learn the business manager, the back end of ads manager, you know how to navigate the business manager, you can easily in a couple of days to maybe 2 weeks, learn how to run ads on all these other platforms. That's how I learned. I learned Facebook first, and then because I knew Facebook so well, it was easy for me to transition into learning how to run LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, because at the end of the day, all of these platforms on the back end for the most part, they pretty much all look the same. They pretty much all work the same. And when I say they pretty much all look the same, they pretty much all look the same. If you log into the back end of Facebook Ads Manager to run ads, then log into TikTok Ads Manager, Snapchat, they all look the same on the back end. They have a little bit of differences here and there because they are different platforms, but for the most part, they all look the same. So I will go ahead and start with learning Facebook ads first. Okay, when you're learning Facebook ads, you're going to learn the different areas of how to run an ad. So you have the campaign level, you have the ad group level, and then you have the ad level. When you run TikTok ads, there's the campaign, there's an ad group, and then there's the actual ad. There's the creative. Any platform that you use, they're going to have the overall campaign, you're going to have an ad group, and then you're going to have the ad. So that means the objective, who you're sending these ads to, who you're targeting, and then the creative, whether that's a video or an image. All ads managers, TikTok, LinkedIn, they all are pretty much set up in that way. Even Google Ads. Google Ads is also set up in the way of you have the overall campaign, you have to have an ad group, you need to know who you're targeting, and then the creative. So I would start with learning Facebook ads. Once you get that down, you're going to automatically easily, transition into the other platforms, and then after that, you can start learning Google, so on and so forth. You then need to familiarize yourself with terms that are used across all of these platforms, including Google Ads. So terms like CPC, which stands for cost per click, CPM, conversion tracking, ad targeting. You have to familiarize yourself with terms and acronyms that are used in the advertising world. Not only because you just need to know what they mean, but because you're going to be applying these metrics heavily in this industry. So, cost per acquisition, the acronym for that is CPA. CPA simply means how much did it cost us as a company to get this sale. So maybe you have a $40 product, it costs you $20 to get the sale, so you had a $20 profit, right? It costs you $20 to get $40. So basically what this means is you need to understand these terms, because when you're explaining it to your client, you need to know how to explain it. Hey, Joe, who owns Joe's Barbecue Shack, you spent $1,000 this month because it costs you $1,000 in order to make $5,000 in sales. You have to know these terms. What does conversion mean? What does ad targeting? So familiarize not only yourself with these platforms, learn the basics, the foundations, but also learn these different acronyms, which you'll learn as you're learning the platforms. Now, the next part of, really getting into the industry is building a foundation. And so what this really means, I put here, create accounts on these platforms and experiment with creating ads. What you guys need to know is a lot of these platforms do offer free credits to new users, which is a really good way for you to go ahead and practice. So create a Facebook ads account, create a TikTok ads account, create a LinkedIn ads account, create a Google ads account. Create these accounts, take advantage of some of these free credits that they offer you, and play around in the account, experiment. You know what I mean? Maybe your mom or dad has like a small little local boutique, a mom or pop shop. Maybe you have a friend who owns a local boutique. Just play around in there, use those free credits so that you can kind of see what is what on the back end, how does it look, just really get familiar with it, and then that will really help you create a good foundation. Now, you also want to set up a personal project or a website to apply what you've learned, and this is where this is going to serve you as your portfolio, which we'll talk a little bit about. So once you're playing around in it, you've used, your your mom, your dad, your auntie, your cousin, you've used their small business just to play around with for a little bit, utilizing the free credits, remember, then you can kind of create a portfolio with, you know, all of those projects. And then again, I'll show you how that looks. Now, the next step that I would say, in the beginning I said you do not need a degree, but one thing that I would highly recommend is certifications. So you can earn certifications through multiple marketing platforms. For example, Google Ads offers the Google Ads certification, and it can help demonstrate a foundational understanding of the platform. Okay, so again, I've spoken about this in some of my blogs. You can get Facebook blueprint certifications, and that is to show employers or business owners, you know, or clients that you are certified in running Facebook ads. You can also do the Google Ads certification, which shows companies or potential clients that you are certified in running Google Ads. So take advantage of these certifications that these platforms offer. There is nothing better than getting your certification straight through these platforms, because these platforms are going to teach you the best. There's other digital marketing certifications out there that you can get that teach you how to run ads on Google, how to run ads on Facebook, so on and so forth. But if you're going to do it, I highly recommend that you take the courses and the certifications that they offer, because can't anyone teach you better about how to run ads on their platform but the platform itself. So definitely take advantage of that. The Facebook Blueprint certifications gives you a ton of study materials, things that you can read. You can look up videos. They give you so much study material that you should know this like the back of your hand. Now, these certifications won't, how can I say this? They won't essentially substitute practical world experience, but again, at least it gives you the foundation that you need in order for you to use what you've learned in these certification courses for your projects that you're going to be doing, like with your moms and your pop shops, and you know, maybe your cousin has a little, you know, shop. Those certifications will allow you to practice those skills in low risk situations. If you run an ad for, say, your cousin, he makes cool sneakers, he paints sneakers, and you say, hey, I just got my certification running Google Ads, let me run ads for your sneakers, and you mess up or something, like, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I highly doubt, because it's just a small little sneaker shop. He's just doing it for fun. He doesn't count on it for, you know, all of his income. So definitely do very low risk companies such as those family businesses, so that if something messes up or something happens, then it's not that big of a deal, because you don't want to make huge mistakes like this with a client. Okay, the next step I would say for you guys to do, and this kind of falls into what I was already saying, was personal projects. Manage advertising campaigns for friends, families, small businesses, either for free or reduced costs. We just kind of went over that, and use what you've learned in these certifications courses to apply to these personal projects. Take those personal projects and put them in your portfolio. Okay, so in that portfolio, you can use those as your case studies. Now, another key thing that helped me a lot was networking. Now, I have networked my way into some really good positions in the digital marketing space, and even though I have my degree and I had experience, things like that, networking at industry events, things like that, has really helped me get into some of the leadership roles that I have been into. So even creating a LinkedIn profile, I put here, create a LinkedIn profile and showcase your paid advertising interests. If you do that, people will come to you, and then they'll connect you with opportunities in your area when it comes to like events. So if I go to my LinkedIn and I say, they know I'm interested in paid advertising, and I connect with some paid advertising people, they'll sometimes say, hey, we're having this digital marketing event. If you want to come, network, blah, 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 blah. So definitely don't count out the power of networking, okay? Now, number 6, one thing that is also going to be important is internships or entry-level positions. Definitely look for some internships or some entry-level positions that require minimal experience. You guys, I cannot tell you how many entry-level positions for a digital marketing specialist, paid ads specialist, SEO specialist, social media marketer, digital marketer, it is on LinkedIn. It is literally insane. I'm telling you, when people ask me all the time, how do I get my foot into the door for entry level, girl, boy, it is so many entry-level positions on LinkedIn. It makes no sense because everybody needs a digital marketer on their team. And they require minimal experience. I'm talking 6 months or less. Some of these companies won't even require you to have experience. They just require you to have a certification, and then they'll teach you the rest. Because that's how much digital marketing is in demand. So apply for these entry-level positions or internships if you need to. Internships, if you're in college, yes. If you're an adult, a grown person like me, and you got bills to pay, internship probably won't cut it. Internship is more so for college students. If internships does not work for you, you're past the college level and you're transitioning to digital marketing, so many. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on LinkedIn and I'm going to show you guys how many entry-level digital marketing positions are there. Apply to them all. Apply to every last one. Even if you feel like you're underqualified, apply. And I will show you guys how many are on LinkedIn. All right, we already know, we talked about this, but make sure you're doing freelance work. Offer your services as a freelance paid advertising specialist. You can use platforms like Upwork or Fiverr. That's where I started with my freelance work, on Fiverr in particular. And that allowed me actually to grow my portfolio because I was getting people who they need paid advertising, but they didn't have like a huge budget, and I didn't have huge maybe experience, but I kind of knew what I was doing enough to be dangerous, right? And so that worked out. And by them paying me maybe not that much, and then I had experience but maybe not that much, it kind of worked out well because they got what they paid for, and at the same time I got experience. So definitely think about freelancing and posting on Upwork or Fiverr, because then you can get a lot of experience that way, and you also still making money, which is great if you want to do this as a side hustle. Okay, now the next thing that you're going to really want to do is show results. Okay, again, we're talking about how to get into these digital marketing positions, these careers. When discussing your experience, focus on results and achievements. Focus. Most employers are often more interested, they're more interested in what you've accomplished more than anything, rather than, I know, like when people go, I've interviewed a ton of digital marketers, and they're like, oh yeah, I've used this tool, like I'm privy to Facebook Ads Manager and HubSpot and Hootsuite and this and that. And it's like, as an employer, I don't care what technologies you are interested in that you know how to use. Like, I do care about that, but I'm more interested in what kind of results you've brought to the table. So you can tell me that you have experience in Facebook Ads Manager, and that's great, because that might be what I need, but I need you to tell me what you've achieved, what results. Tell me how you took ABC's fried chicken from a 1X to a 3X and how you did it. Tell me how you took Lola's Shoe Boutique from, a CPA of $50 to a CPA of $20. Like, that's what employers want to know. So when you are looking for jobs and you are interviewing, even when you're creating a portfolio, show case studies, talk about results, talk about achievements more so than the technologies that you use, because anybody can say that they know how to use the technologies. Okay, so that's important. And then lastly, before we get into resume review and portfolio review, which I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to hop on to my computer. The next thing that's so important is continuous learning. Even to this day, for me, 7 years into the game, I have to continuously learn. So as you're continuously learning, I put here as a note, because I want to remember to say, stay up to date with industry trends, algorithm changes, and new features. You have to do this. This is crucial. If I can tell you how many changes these platforms, especially Google ads and Facebook ads, make changes, how many changes and how many extreme changes they make that can affect you as a marketer and your clients. I don't know how many changes I've seen over the years, but it's a lot. And you have to continuously stay up to date on these trends. It is so crucial. Even for me, I know what I'm doing in all of these platforms, but every other week I'm checking updates. I'm checking new trends. What are people doing now? For Facebook ads in particular, one of the things that, you know, a lot of marketers have to shift from is targeting. Like we can no longer just rely on interest targeting. You know, I've dialed into more broad targeting, and instead of focusing so much on targeting people who like shoes, who like heels, who like pumps, because my clients sell shoes, and targeting specifically so niche because of the iOS 14 updates, I'm not reaching everyone that I can be reaching. So instead of just targeting so niche, I now have broadened it up, and then I focus on creating creative and copy that speaks to my audience. So I become more creative with the copy, the imagery, the visuals, in order to captivate my audience versus relying on that targeting, that very niche targeting. So things like that you really have to stay on top of, because if you're still focusing on interest targeting only and behavior targeting only, you're probably struggling as a Facebook marketer. So you really have to stay on top of those trends. How do I know that I needed to shift from niche targeting to more of a broad targeting? Because I'm always on top of the trends. So that's something you have to do. All right, so those are all the tips that I have for you guys. I promise you guys, there are so many entry-level positions for digital marketing, and these companies are willing to pay you really good money too, good money for entry level, in order to train you. So even if you just have a certification or minimal experience, I'm telling you, you can get an entry level position, and from there they're going to train you. You're going to work your way up the ladder, because digital marketing is king right now, and it has been for a while. Everyone's looking for a digital marketer. If you hop on LinkedIn or any of these other platforms, Indeed, you're going to see these jobs because they are in demand, and it's not going anywhere. And so they're willing to pay top dollar to even train some of you guys up to the level that they need you. They're like, you don't even need a degree. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need 3-4 years of experience. Just come in with a certificate and 6 months of trying and we will train you. So very important to keep that in mind. I'm going to hop over to my other computer. I'm going to show you guys what a resume, one of my old resumes, what it looks like when I was like mid-level in my career, and then I'll show you an example of a digital marketing portfolio. Now, you'll see in my career, which is very important, that I've been in this space about 7 to 8 years, but I haven't stayed at companies long. And this is a tip. Once you get your experience in digital marketing, you don't have to stay at these companies for a very long time. It is easy for you to move on to the next company that has the highest paying salary, right? So maybe I was at one company for 2 years, and another company for a year, another company for another year and a half, another company for 2 years. And I think that might be a kind of a millennial thing too. I don't know. But with the way things are set up now, it's easy for you to kind of navigate and kind of float around in these spaces, especially as a contractor, because Again, everyone's in the need of a digital marketer. So if company A that I have been at for a year and a half is only paying me 75,000, and in a review came around, they only gave me a 50-cent raise. Well, instead of making 75,000, I can go to the next company who is going to pay me 90,000. And then if they're not willing to, up my pay in the next year or so, I can go to the next company that pays 150,000. So it's easier for you to increase your salary by going to the next available position versus waiting for an increase. I have gotten to a company, excuse me, in my career where the salary increase was worth it, so I stayed. But if you find yourself in a position where the salary increases, especially with inflation and everything going on, is not up to par, it's easy to jump ship and go to the next one because there's always someone looking for a digital marketer. All right, guys, let's hop over to my screen share so I can share you a resume, LinkedIn, and a portfolio. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm in Loom right now so that I can actually record my screen. Okay, so before we went into like resume, or actually, I'm gonna wipe my screen because it's dirty. Okay, before we go into resume and portfolio, I just kind of want to show you guys how what I'm talking about when I say there's a ton of digital marketing jobs. What I did was just type in digital marketer entry level in LinkedIn. I mean, you can type in anything, digital marketer, digital marketing manager. Just let's just do digital marketer, right? So there's a ton of jobs, and they're always posting for digital marketing positions. One of the things that I could recommend for you guys, honestly, is you can go in here and read, who we are looking for, what you will do, qualifications. This one is more of a mid-level to senior position, 3 to 5 years of experience. But again, it's just what I was talking about. Experience in Google Ads, Facebook Business Manager, paid social, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, everything that I just said is on here. So it's definitely important for you to go through here and understand exactly what it is that these jobs are looking for. But again, there's a ton of jobs. Even if this job you feel like you are underqualified for, still apply. Okay. But so this one, PPC and social media manager, 40,000 to 65,000. So this is going to be more of an entry level job for you guys who are just getting started. It's hybrid, meaning you work in the office and then you don't, and then you work at home. Search marketing manager, 65,000 to 75,000. Again, this is hybrid. This is going to be mid-level, probably going up to 75,000. Let's see. Yes, 5 years of paid search experience. So yeah, so just go through here, look at some of these. There is a ton, guys. Mid, and it will tell you if it's mid senior level, right? It'll tell you, so you'll know which one that you actually qualify for. Now, these are all coming up here for me because I'm logged into my account, so they know that I'm mid to senior. But you can literally type in entry level, after, and start to get entry level positions. Oops, I cannot type. So even if I do like paid ads, entry level, which is, my wheelhouse. Here we go. More jobs, paid as specialist. This is going to be more of entry level, 48,000 to 60,000. 60,000 is going to be more of the higher end. Junior media buyer. Look for the word junior. Type in the word junior a lot. 42 to 45,000. Now, this is a little bit on the low end, but again, it is junior, it is entry level, and again, it only takes you about a year, 6 months to a year and a half at the most, for you guys to become mid-level to senior. Paid ads does not take long to learn at all. If you start at 45,000, if you can just be at that 45, 50, 60,000 for like a year, I promise you, after that year, you're going to be in the 75, 80, 85, 90,000 a kind of area. This one is 50 to 65,000. Again, all of these jobs are just posting. This was posted 2 weeks ago. This one's a little bit older. It's posted 5 months ago, 2 weeks ago. 18 hours ago. um 1 month ago. That's not that long ago. 1 month ago, they're still looking. This is what I'm saying. People are still looking. Why is this posting still here? Why? A month old, this position should have been filled. It's because there's not enough digital marketers out there, and so they will take you even if you're underqualified. I'm telling you guys, you have to get into the industry. 75 to 90,000 a year. So this is when we start to get up there. We're getting close to the six figures mark. Posted a week ago. So it's out there. 50 to 80,000 2 weeks ago. You start that first year, you're going to probably start in the lower end because you have to get the experience. But I'm telling you, after a year, you're going to be closer to that six figure mark. So yeah, there's a ton of jobs out here. 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, these jobs are hiring. Okay. And a lot of people don't qualify. There's just not enough people out there. So you need to get these applications in. Okay. Okay. So now I am going to go over a little bit of my resume. This is some of my resume. I'm not going to show all of it, but just starting here. This is a company that I worked for 2020 to 2021, and we were in the commercial real estate space, and I was a digital marketing manager. So this is just what it looks like. So digital marketing manager, I designed, manage, and maintain company website by writing content, directing video design, designing emails, HTML, and in-text email promotion. So this role for me, this is where I was a full stack digital marketer. So this wasn't just paid ads. So if you're looking to do more of a full stack where you're doing more than paid ads, or you're not doing paid ads, this would kind of be an example of what a full stack digital marketer would be. I did do company website updates, which is not required, but it was part of my role. Managed and developed new content for the website. I spearheaded social media initiatives, created digital content for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I worked directly with Facebook and Instagram to create brand awareness campaigns and increase lead generation. Essentially, that's a lot of fancy words for me to say that I did paid ads. I monitored metrics such as redirects, clicks, bounce rates, and other KPIs. And this goes back to me saying earlier in the video that you need to know these terms in order for you to be effective in the industry. Again, managed and executed multiple ad campaigns, including but not limited to audience research, account setup, campaign configuration, and implementation experience with Facebook and Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So this is kind of an example of me where I was at mid-level in my career. Moving up, this was a social media marketing manager position. Again, similar, but in this position, I only focused on paid ads. So directed marketing projects through conceptual planning, schedule management, and final implementation. That's a lot of fancy words just for me to say that it was my responsibility for the overall strategy of the paid ads campaign. So meaning from the top to the bottom, it was my responsibility to get the campaign up and running. Conducted trials and tests of marketing channels such as paid acquisition, evaluated consumer preferences and behaviors, combined with marketing trends and historical data to adjust enhanced campaigns, develop advertising tactics. So, wrote copy for Facebook ads, managed creation of attention grabbing, engaging, and viral digital ads. This is just an example of the things that you would want to put into your resume in order for you to capture the attention of these employers. So this is an example of a portfolio. I had a lot of questions on what a portfolio looks like. Typically, a portfolio would be some kind of landing page, a website that an employer or a client can click on to kind of see your experience. This is an example of one from someone named Brianna Hamilton. I don't know if she actually is a real digital marketing specialist or if she just created this as an example, but it's a really good one. So she has like a really cute website. She does advertising, but she also does branding, content, social media, digital email, media, public relations, out of home. She does websites, events, so on and so forth. And then she literally dished a little bit about me. which I highly recommend you do like a quick synopsis about you. Looks like she's a creative director. So this might be really a person. Creative director and brand strategist located in Northern California. She put a little bit that she's been doing this for 15 plus years. She is specializing in B2B and B2C for both corporate, CPG, retail. So she goes on, about her, and there's a button to click to learn more about her. Um, she has some graphics here if you want to collaborate or hire her. There's a hire me button. So just a really simple landing page like this. But what you want to do, again, her website is pretty cool. Again, you don't have to make it this fancy, but she shows like the core services that she offers. Now, if you're not looking to offer services, so to say, like you're looking to get a job, you don't have to use the word services. You can just say, core skills. Some of my skills are advertising, it's branding, it's content and social media. And then she also has a tab for case studies. So you can link some of your case studies here, which is absolutely really cool. So social plus digital marketing, she kind of tells you, about this particular campaign. So this campaign over here to your right, she said that she did the strategy, she did the copywriting, she did the design, and she did the project management. She developed this in partnership with Office of Governor Gavin Newsom and placed by Ixient Media amplified online engagement during the California Hall of Fame's virtual induction web, increasing YouTube viewership by 420%. So she's telling you this is the work she's done. Here's like an example of some of the graphics and the results that she got. Again, where we talked about results and achievements, it's important. If you click the view digital ad, it should take us to the link where you can press the digital ad, the video. Okay. So she took this video, she created the video, she put it on YouTube, and she got an increase in, YouTube results. Okay. So something like that would be really cool. Let me go back to her portfolio. Um, and so, she said, hey, I made that, I got that video, I put it on YouTube, I increased viewership by 420%. Okay. um, UX, UI, web development, you could probably click on this link and go to the website. So it's just showing, you just create this website where you see, where people can click a link, they can see work, see examples of work. Again, it doesn't have to be as fancy as this because looks like she's an entrepreneur, she's a freelancer. So she's looking for more so for companies to hire her, which if that's what you're looking for, this is a great example. But if you're looking for an actual job, it doesn't have to be this robust. Literally, just this first page would be good. And then some examples of your work here, like pictures of it, and then a little bit about you, and maybe after each picture put the results that you got like right under here, something like that. As simple as that will work. So this is just an example of a portfolio, but this is how a digital marketing portfolio typically looks. It typically is a website, a one pager. Again, hers, she has multiple pages because she's working for herself, but most companies, they're happy if it's just one or two pages at the most. So yes, that is it. So that's the example of portfolio. All right, guys, so that is it for this video. I hope that was helpful and insightful for you guys. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment. Again, getting into the digital marketing space is easier than you think. Feel free to message me with any questions that you guys might have. I would love to answer some of those questions. And thank you so much for following my journey in the digital marketing space. I just wanted to create a space because I just love what I do. I love working in digital marketing. I love being a woman in digital marketing. I love being a woman of color in digital marketing and breaking glass ceilings. And simply, this is just a way for me to share what I love to do so much with you guys. And I appreciate you guys for loving, commenting, giving me feedback. Again, still really new to the YouTube platform, but you guys have given me so much feedback, so many suggestions on what I could do to make my channel better, and I thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye!